Hey there, Cyanic here. Today I'll be giving you a front row seat to a TNT experiment that broke Minecraft. I'm here at this remote testing lab to see the damage that TNT can dole out as it scales up. Put on your hard hats because this is going to be a wild ride. Starting off, we have the oh-so-humble singular TNT block. It's not much, but it's good to start with the basics so we know what to compare the other clusters to. Let's see what happens, shall we? From the first explosion, we see the damage is about a 2 to 3 block radius. It's not going to cause much damage, but might take a mob out with a pressure plate trap. Let's see what the next cluster has in store for us. Next, we have a 2-block cubed arrangement comprising of 8 TNT blocks. If you want to pack a punch without using many resources, this might be for you. Let's find out. Here, we see that most of the explosion is contained within a 10-block radius with one end going as far as 20 blocks. With this, a small structure or a few mobs don't stand a chance. Let's see what's next. This is where things ramp up a bit. The 4-block cubed cluster has 64 TNT blocks. If you want to make this in survival mode, it'll take a minute. Let's check it out. We can see that the core of the explosion is contained in a 20-block radius with a few offshoots 30 and even 40 blocks out. This will destroy small structures and deal considerable damage to larger ones, but the next cluster shows even more promise. At 512 TNT blocks, the 8-block cubed cluster will take a considerable amount of time to build unless you have a creeper farm handy. Let's see if the investment is worth it. The core of the explosion spans about 30 blocks, but what's more impressive is the spread that extends to points ranging from 40 to 80 blocks. At this point, you're dealing major damage to larger structures and some damage to villages. What's next? At 4,096 TNT blocks, this cluster is a challenge for even creeper farmers to make. Patience is required. What sort of damage is such a massive project capable of? Let's find out. The explosion spans 70 blocks with a spread from 80 to 160 blocks with minor reductions in tick speed. This will destroy most structures and leave a huge crater in villages. Clusters beyond this are impressive and impractical, but don't take my word for it. Towering at 32,768 TNT blocks, you'll need to use the fill command in creative mode to get things done here. But what does that look like in action? Most of the explosion spans 110 blocks with a spread of 170 blocks. This will destroy all but the largest structures and mega projects, and slow tick speeds to over 9,000 milliseconds. Still, there's one more cluster to test. 262,144 TNT blocks, a gargantuan cluster that dwarfs everything around it. Its power is known only in legend. There's no turning back now, I'm afraid. Wow, looks like the explosion crashed the game. Unfortunately, there's not much more to say on this cluster since loading up the world just brought me to a pre-explosive state. While recording though, tick speeds did manage to get to over 33,000 milliseconds before crashing. And that's the end of the video. If you liked what you saw, please give the video a like and subscribe for more. Is there something you want to see? Drop a comment below the video to let me know. I've got a lot more in store where that came from and only plan on making bigger and better content for you all. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see ya!